Hi, 8th graders. It's time to gather your personal photos. Remember, to earn a 4 on your Memoir Spark page, you'll need to include at least one personal photo. It would be great if your personal photo directly relates to your memoir, but if you don't have a picture of the experience you're writing about, try to find a photo of you at the same age as your memoir. So, for example, if you're writing about a time when you were 10, but you don't have a picture of that, find just a picture of when you were 10 years old and include that. In the next few days, upload your personal photo to the assignment on Google Classroom. You'll need to do this at home because it's tricky and time consuming to use the school internet or your phone's data to transfer from photos from your phones to your computers. It just doesn't work to do it at school. So do that at home in the next few days. I'd also like you to go into your writing and highlight your best example of writing in scene and not summary. This could be one sentence or it could be a whole paragraph. Your example should include some or all of the things that we talked about that are the details that make a scene instead of a summary. So, for example, specific actions, emotions, and how they show up in your body, dialogue, internal thoughts, five sensory description, body language, figurative language. Highlight this in your draft so that I can go in and take a look at what you feel like is your best piece of writing. Let's do that now, please. Today, you're going to be writing your memoir. We're doing this so that you can tell a story about your life and teach your readers a universal life lesson. You know you have it when you have written a story in scene and not summary. Let's check in on our schedule. Today, you're going to be finishing your writing. That's why it's highlighted. Next class, we'll do our editing. Then we'll make our Spark pages. And then your memoirs will be due at the end of this month. It might seem like a lot of time left, but this is your last day of writing in class. So make sure to be on task. If you are not finished with your memoir by the end of today, then you definitely will need to finish it up for homework. Today I want to talk about reflection. The last paragraph of your memoir should be a reflection paragraph. This is where you summarize what you have learned what you have learned from the experience you're writing about. You want to leave the reader with something important to think about. You also want to inspire them to think about how your big idea or your theme or your life lesson applies to their own lives. Remember, big idea, theme, life lessons, these are universal, meaning they apply to most people in most situations. Let's look at an example of a reflection. This is from a memoir about the importance of apologizing. This writer, in the very last paragraph of their memoir, wrote, "I used to believe that apologizing made you weak. Now I am realizing that apologies are vital in order to keep your friendship strong. When I hurt Jonna, it was a big test of our friendship. At the time, I just didn't realize that telling Jeff about her parents' divorce was that big of a deal. And because I didn't think it was a big deal, I avoided apologizing to her for too long. I tried to make her seem like she was overreacting. I was wrong. Today, even though apologizing isn't something that is super easy for me, it is something I face. I do it, even when it is hard. Staying friends is way more important than believing that you are right. It doesn't make you weak. In fact, it makes you stronger. Will you please turn to someone who's sitting near you and tell them, what did you notice about this reflection? What were some of the things the writer included in the reflection?" Let's talk about that now. Here are the elements that I'm asking you to include in your reflection. Make sure that your last paragraph includes these things: a summary of your big idea or theme or life lesson, a description or explanation of how you have changed or grown or learned from your experience, and a statement that inspires or encourages the reader to consider how the big idea, theme, life lesson applies to their own lives. Here's an example from that piece that we just read. Staying friends is way more important than believing you are right. It doesn't make you weak. In fact, it actually makes you stronger. That sentence right there inspires me to think about my own life and think about how I can use apologies in my own relationships to be a better friend, a better family member, and to actually have a better life experience. That writer inspired me to think about my own life and how their life lesson applies to me. I want you to make sure to do that in your memoir at the very end. So make sure to work on that while you are writing today. All right, it's time for us to have writing group work time. A reminder that writing group work counts as a summative assessment for this unit. There are 3 parts to the writing group grade. 1, do you share your work and change, revise, and improve your piece based on feedback from your group? 2, do you listen to your partners and give them feedback on how they can improve their work? And 3, are you on task and demonstrating appropriate behavior? While you're meeting with your writing groups, I'm going to be taking notes on what I'm seeing so that I can use my notes when I grade you on your writing group work. So please make sure to be meeting all 3 of these expectations to earn a good grade on your writing group work. Here's a reminder of the norms for writing group work. I'm asking you to turn your desk, table, chair so that you're facing the people or the person you're talking to. Give each person a chance to talk, share their ideas and perspectives. Stay on task for the most part. It's okay to talk about other things, but make sure you get the work done. Keep your hands to yourself and participate and contribute. Those are the norms for a writing group work. Here are your tasks for today in your writing group. Each person should read their reflection to the group. Remember, that's your last paragraph that you worked on today. The group should give each person one glow. This means something they've done well in their piece of writing. The group should give each person one grow. This is one recommendation for improving their piece of writing. Please try to be as specific as possible. Something like just add more details, that's not specific enough to actually help your partners. Give them a specific idea that they can use to improve their writing. Okay, we're going to meet with our writing groups now.